very good morning. This podcast comes to you from Resonate International with a mission to leverage knowledge worldwide. Today's topic is the state of the Indian nation. What is our introspection and what is the way forward for us? The new government which has taken charge now is hopefully going to be there for next 5 years. Its last 10 years and several decades since independence of this country, the governments have done what best they could do. But where have we reached? And should we continue the same path which we have traversed so far with less than expected results for the citizenry? It is a time to introspect so that the coming 5 years, when this government steers the nation forward, we really get some meaningful outcome and set the tone for this nation to move forward, thrive, and set an example for the world to follow. The topic today starts from an introspection and way forward. Let's look at the Indian population. It's a huge country with a population exceeding 1.4 billion. With this, India stands at a pivotal point with immense potential but with extraordinary challenges, and many of them are chronic in nature. By addressing economic disparities, improving social infrastructure, and fostering good governance, India can pave the way for a brighter and more prosperous future. But the need is to have political stability, promote social harmony, establish federal goodwill, revamp administrative machinery and its accountability, reform judicial system and its processes, streamline policy framework to support public welfare and social justice, strengthen institutions and bring transparency, revitalize agriculture and education and healthcare as a priority, push for research and innovations in manufacturing and services, and give special emphasis on water resources mobilization, and lastly, a total focus at every level on clean, green and sustainable development. A systematic push will ensure that not only the nation moves forward and thrives, but it also sets an example for the world to follow. While going through this introspection, let's look at the political landscape which India has. Effective governance and political stability both are vital for India's progress. The focus should be on transparency, accountability, and citizen-centric policies. Leveraging technology to enhance transparency in governance can reduce corruption and build public trust. Surprisingly, according to Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index 2022, India ranked 85th out of 180 countries. This is an eye-opener. Ensuring accountability of public officials through robust legal frameworks can improve governance, for sure. Policies designed with a focus on citizen welfare can address grassroots issues and improve quality of life. The second landscape to look at is economic. India's economy has shown resilience despite global uncertainties. The GDP growth rate has been robust, driven by sectors like IT, pharmaceuticals, and manufacturing. However, challenges such as unemployment, inflation, and rural distress persist. Addressing these issues requires comprehensive policy reforms and targeted interventions. Just for information, according to the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, the unemployment rate in India stood at 7.5% in 2023, with youth unemployment rates significantly higher. Skill development programs and job creation initiatives are essential to harness the demographic dividend which exists in the country. India has faced persistent inflation, with consumer price index averaging around 5.5% in 2023. Controlling inflation through monetary and fiscal policies will stabilize the economy and protect the purchasing power of the citizens, which is important. Nearly 58% of India's population depends on agriculture, yet the sector contributes only about 15% to the GDP. Strengthening agricultural infrastructure, ensuring fair prices for crops, and addressing the agrarian crisis can alleviate rural distress and improve the livelihoods of farmers. The third landscape to look at is social. And in social, the first is education and healthcare. Education and healthcare are critical pillars for India's development. Despite progress, disparities in access and quality remain. The Annual Status of Education Report 2022 highlighted that only 73% of children in grade 5 could read a grade 2 level text. It speaks volumes. Investing in digital education, teacher training, and curriculum updates can bridge the urban-rural divide and enhance learning outcomes. India spends approximately 3.5% of its GDP on healthcare, which is lower than that of global average, which ranges between 5 to 12.5% on an average, country-wise. Expanding healthcare infrastructure, especially in the rural areas, and implementing universal healthcare schemes can improve public health indicators, for sure. The second landscape within social is social cohesion. India's strength lies in its diversity, yet social cohesion is sometimes threatened by communal tensions and social inequalities. Promoting inclusive policies and fostering a sense of unity is crucial for national harmony. Policies aimed at uplifting marginalized communities can reduce social inequalities and promote inclusiveness. Encouraging dialogue and understanding amongst different communities can strengthen social cohesion and national unity, a top priority for this country. The Way forward, coming from the above introspection, are two. One, focus on sustainable development. And the second, innovation and technology. Both of them carry the answers to many of our chronic issues. Sustainable development is key to India's future. Balancing with environmental conservation and social equity will ensure long-term prosperity. India ranks 177th out of 180 countries in the Environmental Performance Index 2022. A sad situation. Implementing green technologies and practices can mitigate environmental degradation and promote sustainability. Ensuring equitable distribution of resources and opportunities can create a more just and fair society which we desperately need. The second point of way forward was innovation and technology. Innovation and technology will drive India's future growth. Investing in research and development and fostering a culture of innovation can position India as a global leader in technology. We spend 0.65% of our GDP on R&D. This is lower than other emerging economies. Increasing investment in R&D can spur innovation and drive economic growth. Encouraging entrepreneurship and innovation through supportive policies and infrastructure shall be helpful. In totality, the way forward is to integrate the society, remove the divisions, remove the political overemphasis, and work towards building a society which is more equitable, just, and fair. Thank you.